Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about my helmet setup, the motovlogging setup. Stick around if you want to hear about this. I've been getting a lot of questions about this. A lot of people want to know what kind of gear I'm using, camera, the mic, helmet, all of that stuff. So I decided I was going to make a quick video to kind of like show you guys what I'm running in case you're interested in looking into motovlogging and maybe doing your own helmet setup. So first, I'll start with the helmet. This is a Bell SRT Modular. And most of you guys know what Modular stands for, but it basically just means that you can do this. You can flip the face out. I love this thing. It's very comfortable. The color is Nardo Gray. I got Nardo Gray because my bike is Gunship Gray. It's a different tone, but it's pretty similar. I also like light color helmets because of on hotter days, they deflect heat a little bit better than the black helmets. You can like freaking cook inside. I went with the Modular because I like to ride a lot, and every once in a while I just want to be able to open the face of the helmet up and just get some air. Or if I'm thirsty, then I can just drink something without having to actually take off the helmet. Some of the benefits of this type of helmet for me is, like I said, is comfort. It's just the flexibility of being able to open it and close it as you feel, get some fresh air, maybe take a break from the isolation of being just having your face completely enclosed inside this thing. The bad thing is the noise. They can get pretty noisy. Like you probably have heard on some of the videos that you can hear the wind a little bit, and it's because they're not gonna be as tight as a full face enclosed helmet. They're also a little bit heavier than the full face helmets. So now for this thing, I usually mount the camera. I like to record point of view so that whoever's watching the video can feel like they're riding the motorcycle themselves. It's the type of video that I like to watch when I watch YouTubers, motovloggers. So it's my preferred choice. So that's why I like to mount it right on the chin of the helmet. So this mount, this is a Motorad's mount. And as you can see, it has a good amount of surface that adhere to the chin of the helmet. I used to have a chin mount on it, and I actually ran a chin mount on my Shoei, and the chin mount is still attached to the Shoei. But for this one, the surface for attachment was really small. And one day I'm riding with my wife, and it's a really hot day, and as I'm going, I all of a sudden notice that I can't see the top of the camera. Like the way I have the camera set up on the helmet is just under my field of view. So I can see well, but I see just under the shape of the camera right there. And I noticed that I couldn't see it. And then when I looked down, I saw that it was like aiming down. So I grabbed it and tried. I was thinking that what happened was that it just became loose here, that it was just loose here and it had just like tilted. But when I grabbed it to put it back into place, it came off. I ended up with the camera in my hand and on the freeway riding, and I'm like, shit. So I just threw it inside my jacket and pulled off. And then when I checked, I realized that because of the heat, the 3M adhesive had come off. And the thing is, in this particular helmet, the attachment point, it doesn't have a lot of surface. See, this thing goes right here. And first on this helmet, it was just a pain. Like, it was hard to get to this mechanism. It was hard to get to this mechanism, and just the attachment point was small. That's kind of like what broke the camel's back when the 3M came off with the heat. Then I could no longer trust the mount with my camera. So I just, instead of just putting another patch of 3M in here, I just put it aside and started researching for another one, and I found this one, and I feel very confident with this one because it has so much area, you know, and it's pretty flexible. It's good. I'm happy with it. I've been running it basically all summer, like well, 5-6 months. Now to the cameras. As you're seeing, I generally run 2 cameras, one on the handlebars and one on the helmet. They're both the same model. This is the DJI Osmo Action 4. It's actually the older model. There's an Action 5, but I'm really happy with this one. So I don't see the reason to upgrade to the new one. Like, they haven't really come up with anything particularly groundbreaking for me to like upgrade from this to the next one. I'll look more into it, but I'm really happy with them. I went with the DJI for a couple reasons, but the main thing was I used to have a GoPro Hero 10. That's the first action camera that I purchased, and it worked okay, but I went to Daytona Bike Week in Florida this year, and the demo truck, the Harley demo truck, was there, and I was able to demo a lot of the 2024s. I actually got to demo the Road Glide CVO ST, just badass bike, and I had my GoPro with me the whole day, and turn it on and turn it off and recording during every ride. And when I rode the CVO ST, I noticed that halfway through the screen was off, and I tried to turn it back on and it wouldn't. So I pulled aside, started messing up with the camera, trying to get her to turn on, and it wouldn't. So I finished the demo ride, returned the bike, and then went back to my bike and started messing with the camera. And I actually had to remove the battery completely off, put the battery back on, and turn it on. The freaking camera froze on me. And then later that day, I'm reviewing the footage, and I lost a ton of footage. Like, ton. From the ride down to Florida, to the ride to Daytona, the demo rides, it was all chopped up. So I got pretty upset about that. You know, I mean, if you're trying to record footage, and if you can't trust your gear, then why have it, right? So I started doing research, and I found out about this ones. And the more I read about them, the more I like them. So I got one first and did a couple runs with it. The first thing that just hooked me up was the ease of changing locations. At that time, I was just playing with one camera. Like, I could put it in the handlebars. You know, this have a quick detach system that is just two hooks and a magnet. So you just approach it to it, and it locks. It ain't going anywhere. And with a couple of this attachments, you can just move it from one place to the next. You know? So it's right here. I want to remove it just really quick. None of that turning and, you know, turning screws and all of that. Once you set it up, you know, that setup is set, and you just put it on top of the attachment. So that was another big thing that I liked about the camera. Yeah, and obviously, like so far, reliability off the hook. I have not had any kind of problems with it. No lost footage, no issues with starting, no freezing, no overheating. Batteries last longer. So DJI Osmo Action 4 is a winner for me. And again, I bought it. This is not paid commercial, none of that crap. Everything that I have here, I bought with my own money. Now to the mic. So now to the mic. The mic that I use is this thing, and it's wireless. It's just game changer. As you've seen in some of my videos, I ride in all kinds of weather, and I end up getting stuck in rain a lot. So one of my concerns with the helmet setup was, what if I'm riding and it starts raining? Do I have to put the camera away? Well, this cameras, as long as you have all of the doors closed, they're waterproof. So you can ride on the rain and record and no issue, you know. But to put a wired mic, you have to open the compartment and run a wire to inside the helmet for your mic. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want the hassle. So I, again, doing research, I found out that DJI had a wireless mic. So I went, I got this thing, and then the challenge was how to mount it inside. Well, these things, they come with a magnet that is super strong. This thing, and it attaches if to any kind of metal without any issue. This table is metal, so you're probably gonna hear it snap in. And then to get it out, is the magnet stuck. I'm not throwing it, it's just going on its own. Yeah, so what I did was, and it's really small, the magnet. What I did was I mounted 2 magnets inside the helmet. You can see them right here, right? So I just throw the mic in there, and it's inside, right in front of my mouth, ready to record. And it, like I said, it connects wirelessly to the camera. So, and it's, again, no thinking about it. I just I turn it on, I grab it, and I throw it in, and it's in there. And then it's not going anywhere by itself. I've ridden with it 8-9 hours in there, no issues. The only challenge that I face with this mic is the size. As you can see, it's quite large, right? Especially when compared to this one. This is the one I'm using right now to record. This is the DJI Mini. Compare that to this, right? On all the videos right now that I've been recording, you're been listening to this thing inside my helmet. But because of the size and the width, that when it's inside the helmet, it's really close to my mouth. And I've been having a little bit of problem lately controlling the Darth Vader effect, right? The you just hear my breathing on some of them, and it annoys the heck out of me. So I started doing research, and I found that DJI came with a smaller mic. So I'm testing it right now on this recording to see how it works out. And if it works well, then this is what I'm going to run on the next rides. It's a lot smaller than the regular DJI, and it's cheaper too. Like this is like $100. This one, I think it was like $70, something like that. Now, the difference between this and this, other than obviously the size, is that with the DJI Mic 2, you can actually record on the mic. So when I'm recording with this and the camera, I get two audio files. I get one audio file on the video recording, and there's one audio file on the mic. So if there's any kind of issue with that one, then I have a backup, which is it's pretty cool. Completely wireless setup. When I have this going, camera in the front, mic inside, no wires anywhere. It's just easy, and I'm all about easy when it comes to recording this stuff. I get on a I get to a hotel or whatever, I'm done with my writing and I want to take it off. I take the camera, grab the mic, put them together, put them to charge somewhere. It's just easy. That kind of completes the motovlog setup, you know, camera on the helmet or camera on the handlebars. You've seen this on the bike. Has a magnet, so I can put it there and lock it, and then unlock it and pull it out and just take other videos, you know, take video of myself or give it to my wife so she can take a video. All of that stuff is, it's all about ease of use and flexibility for me. So now to the comms, communications. I have a Cardo Pack Talk Edge on my helmet. It's this thing right here. There are speakers on both sides and then this mounting bracket. This thing is super easy to use. You know, it connects to my phone via Bluetooth. I can listen to music. I can make calls or receive calls. Not that I do. I don't call anybody or receive or answer calls from anybody when I'm riding, but I think it's useful, you know, in case of an emergency. God forbid something happened and I go down and I can't get to the phone. Well, I can still make a phone call. I can go in here and make a phone call. If I can lift my arm and touch this, or give it a voice command to call somebody, call 911 or whatever. It has voice command. You go Cardo, call 911, and it just boom calls 911. So for safety, I think this is I think it's a good investment for safety, and I love listening to music when I'm riding too. So when you're doing the legal speed limit on a motorcycle, even with that fairing, I can't hear the speakers. Like, I can't. I like to listen inside my helmet. I'm just jamming in there to my own soundtrack when I'm on the road. And another good thing about this is how easy it is to attach and detach. So it has a magnet too. So I can pull it out, charge it, and then when it's time to put it back in, it just goes in. And every single time it goes in the right way. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. It just automatically locks in place and it's not going anywhere. So I have one and my wife have one. Same thing, it's the same one. We actually got we got a package that came with both of them. The good thing is when we're riding together, we can talk through the whole ride without having to look back or whatever. If she needs me to stop because she needs a break or getting hungry or like needs water or whatever, then she can just let me know immediately. Or if we see something cool I don't know, to me it adds to the ride, especially when I ride with her. Like, I think one of the coolest things about riding with your life partner, you know, is that they're right there, right? It's like right behind you. Like, you don't get any closer than that on a vehicle. You can be side by side, but like she's right there. But the bike and the wind are so loud, I can barely hear her. With this, we can talk all the time. Yeah, I think that's pretty awesome too. So yeah, looking at my notes in here, I think I covered everything. If you guys have any questions about any of this, leave it in the comments. If you like this kind of video, let me know. If you want me to review any of these products individually because you're considering one of them, let me know. Once again, it's going to be, and I'll promise you that from me, you're always gonna get unbiased review. If I don't like something, I don't like it. Like I said, the GoPro is cheaper. It's pretty good. For me, it didn't work out for the reasons that I already told you. The DJI Osmo Action 4, so far, so good. Man, it's met all my needs. It's what I'm recording with right now. I have one in a stand right in front of me, you know, this one right here. So anyway, that does it. Like always, guys, thanks for stopping by. If you like the content, please like. If you've been watching my videos for a while and you haven't subscribed yet, then consider subscribing. It helps the channel grow. And if you know anybody that might like this content, just share the video. That also helps. Thank you for all your support. Happy New Year. And I'll see you guys on the next one.